but you'll really feel it in your forearms. So when you got it here like this, again, form is essential. Good, strict form is essential, just like doing a judo technique. You have to have good form. So when you do it this way, and just curl it in like this, and concentrate totally on what you're doing. That way you don't cheat. Hey everybody, Steve Scott here, and if you've watched any of my other videos on off the mat training, you know I'm a big advocate of using these what I call a spring bar. They're really power twisters. That's what they're marketed as, and it's a big bar and it's a spring, so that's why I call it a spring bar, but it's a power twister. But anyway, you can watch some of my other videos. I think I've got one or two out on the basic way to apply this and use this as a tool in your training. But I'm going to show you how to do this with a Scott bench here, named after the great bodybuilding champion Larry Scott. This angled cushioned bench, and these are in every gym, and you can get one rather inexpensively on the internet. But it's a good piece of equipment for doing curls and other type of work as well. But anyway, this Scott bench makes it pretty tough to work with this thing here, with this power twister. And again, the reason we use a power twister for what we do, it's fabulous forearm strength, good upper body strength, good pectoral, shoulder, delt. I mean, all through here, it's tremendous upper body. It isolates your upper body greatly, and it's great for the pulling action we use in Judo and Sambo and Jiu-Jitsu, locking on somebody, pulling them in like this way. So it's great for gripping. Now this particular, what we're going to do here, is very good for grip. It really works the heck out of your forearms, and so I recommend starting light. If you're going to do this, even if you're pretty strong on doing it, just seated or standing, where normally you can do the power twister, start a little lighter implement here. This is a 40 pounder, or I'm sorry, 40 kilo of resistance, so it's still pretty good resistance, but you'll see what happens here. Now, how you do this is basically you're going to remember the regular power twister. You can use your elbows and swing in a bit, and do this thing here. Okay, that's the power twister work. Okay, well with this prevents you from using your elbows to drive in, which gives it more momentum to be able to squeeze the power twister better. This kind of locks your elbows in place when you do it with this implement here, with this Scott bench. So what you're going to do is lock your elbows, see, like they're here like this, and hold your power twister about toward the bottom end of the bench itself here. So it's all black, but I hope you can see it here. But keep your elbows pressing in always on the side of the bench here. Always do that. Don't let your elbows flare, because that lets you then squeeze, use those to implement some force to do it. You don't want to do that. You want to isolate it. So you're just using your forearms to make this work. So grab here, palms down, and just do this. And boy, it is a workout. I usually do about sets of 10. I forgot my count. Just say it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you want to be done with 10. If you can do more than 10, great. I think 10 is a good number for working your forearms, and multiple sets of 10. When I do normally as a warm-up, just seated power twisters, I'll do 5 sets of 10 at a heavier resistance, and to finish out I'll use 5 sets of 10 either at this resistance or a heavier resistance. But use this as part of your training for your forearms. Okay, so you see it's like this. Okay, now you can work a little heavier, and you'll see it's more difficult. So this is a 60 kilo resistance, so like this, and you really have to concentrate. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and be very careful, very cognizant of not cheating. Okay, so keep your elbows in the whole time, and that really isolates those arms, where you just have to use your forearms quite a bit. You will feel it also in your upper back and your upper pectoral region as well, but you'll really feel it in your forearms. So when you got it here like this, again, form is essential. Good, strict form is essential, just like doing a Judo technique. You have to have good form. So when you do it this way, and just curl it in like this, and concentrate totally on what you're doing. That way you don't cheat. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And when you do squeeze them, try to squeeze them together. I'm doing a lighter one here to demonstrate, because that's a toughie. When you do squeeze them together, try to get the handles as close as you possibly can, to where your hands almost touch, if you can do that. If you can't do that, that's fine, as long as you've got them pretty much in this position here. Can you see like this? You don't want to just do this. Okay, you want to really squeeze in tight and take them slowly and surely. Don't get in a hurry. Don't do these fast. Just 1, 2. You get the idea. So anyway, if you want to step up your workout using your power twister, your spring bar, get a Scott bench, one of these curling benches, and you can use it for other stuff too, curling and everything else. But this really will give you a heck of a workout. And again, if you want to use this as a cool down or as a finish exercise, I would recommend this. But I wouldn't recommend doing this early on in your training because it really does tax your forearms a great deal. And you get forearm strength, grip strength. And if you do it too early in your workout, you might not have enough juice in your arms to do some of the other movements you need to do. So I keep this toward the back end of your training. And even if you don't do it every practice or every workout, do it with some regularity, because it's a great exercise. So anyway, a little bit more advanced version of the twister bar exercise.